Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Champions playthrough. We're going to be doing, just kind of wrapping up this little mini Green Goblin run here. So we've got our Wanda Maximoff Scarlet Witch deck that we used last time, but we're going to get into Mutagen formula. So we've got here Mutagen formula, put a Goblin Thrall minion into play, engage with each player, then shuffle the encounter decks, which we've done. Unleashing the Mutagen comes in with 2 threat, goes up by 1, it pops at 7 in player order. So when completed in player order, each player not engaged with Green Goblin with a Goblin minion must discard 3 cards from the encounter deck and put the first Goblin minion they discarded this way into play, engage with them. The Goblin Thrall is a 1/1 with guard, so we have to deal with him before we attack Green Goblin, and Green Goblin's 1/2. And after he attacks and damages us, we place 1 threat on the main scheme. Alright, so let's just hop into it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, we're using Scarlet Witch and Justice. So Endurance is nice. Oh, that comes with 2, I can't forget. Clear the area works really well for that. And I like Hex Bolt, so we'll see what those are, and we'll draw up on everything else. Let's see what we get here. Okay, let's use our ability, our superpowered siblings. We'll dump the 2 molecular... we'll dump Jessica Jones and Molecular Decay to draw 2. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. Let's flip. Let's first dump Molecular Decay for Clear the Area. It'll remove that. We get to draw a card. Oh, there's our Crest. Let's dump the Crest for Endurance. Give us a little bit of wiggle room there for health. We'll dump Strength for Hex Bolt. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. It does 2 damage, 2 damage, and 2 damage. So 2, 2, 2. We have another Hex Bolt in our hand, and we'll hit for 1. And then we'll ready up. So we're going to keep that Hex Bolt and draw up to 5. Okay. Threat gets added. He attacks us for 2. We take the hit, so 2. Put this engage with us. We add a threat to the main scheme. We take another damage, so 3. Encounter card. Slipping Sanity. We'll flip and exhaust, and we'll remove this from the game. Alright. So, kind of a similar situation. Let's dump Clear the Area and Wiccan for the 2 card draw. Let's dump one way or another for Agatha Harkness. So we'll exhaust Agatha, look at the top 2 cards of our deck. We'll add one of them to our hand. And put the other 2 on the bottom. We'll flip. Do we want to... We'll do Genius for Hex Bolt. So 1, 2, 3. So the first thing we get to do is remove 2 threat from a scheme. We would get to do it again. But I didn't play the stat. And then we get to give ourselves a status. Then I'll dump Clear the Area for build support. Comes in with 3 threat. Yeah. And then we're going to end our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, threat gets added. He attacks for 2. We take the hit. That happens. We take another damage. Encounter card. It's going to be Goblin Glider. After attach the enemy with the highest remaining hit points. Gives them 1 extra attack. And then we can spend 2 yellow resources to remove that as a hero action. Alright. I think we dump one way or another in Chaos Magic for Hex Bolt. 1, 2, 3. So we get to do 2 damage to somebody. We get to remove 2 threat from a scheme. And we get to draw a card. We'll dump Quicksilver for Magic Shield. We'll remove a threat here to get rid of this. This is going to bring us in Quincarrier, because it's a support that costs 3 or less. We'll exhaust Quincarrier for another Magic Shield. And then... yeah, we're going to end our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need Sorcerer Supreme. There it is. And we got an energy to go with it. Cool. Okay, this gets added. He attacks us for 3. We're going to take the hit, so 3. This gets put in play with us. We're going to discard Magic Shield. So when a friendly character would take any amount of damage, discard Magic Shield to prevent 3 of it. So he does not damage us, so no threat gets added to the main scheme. But then we take 2 damage from these guys. Counter card. Okay. Alright, we've got some problems we got to deal with here. A Hex Bolt would be great, but it is what it is. Let's dump energy for Sorcerer Supreme. So now we get to have an extra card in our hand. Let's exhaust this and dump these 2 for Molecular Decay. It's going to deal 5 damage. Actually, let's do it this way. Hold on. Let's spend 1 to get rid of this. Then we'll exhaust this stuff for Molecular Decay to do it to him. It's going to do 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, putting him down to 5. Nice. And then we're going to end our go, and now we get an extra card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, perfect. Threat gets added. He attacks us for 3. We take the hit, so 3, 4. We do Magic Shield, so we take only 1 damage, but Threat does get added here. Then we take 2 more damage from those guys. We have an encounter card. Hysteria, attached to Green Goblin. When Green Goblin schemes or attacks, give him 1 additional boost card, and we can spend 2 blue resources to discard this card. Okay. Well, those 2 blue resources might end up happening. We'll do Spiritual Meditation to draw 2. We have to discard a card. For this card, Superpower Training. I only have 1 card left. Let's dump Spiritual Meditation and Professor X to remove Hysteria. Let's exhaust Quincarrier and Blindfold for Hexbolt. So 1, 2, 3. That's a card draw. We do get the other card draw, because I think as soon as the deck runs out, because they're individual effects, right? So for each card discarded this way that has equal boost icons, we get to do something. So since they're individual effects, I think they each resolve on their own, so I think I do get to draw a card. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know, but I think that's correct. And then we get to do 2 damage to an enemy. We'll dump this for Ironheart. That'll draw us a card. Another Molecular Decay. We'll remove 2 threat. I can't get these guys out, which is the problem. And I want the Molecular Decay, but I can't really deal with these guys, and I'm like kind of hurting right now. So we'll remove another threat. I have an idea. We'll flip down. We use our ability to discard 2 cards to draw 2. I guess we'll dump the 2 for the crest. No, hold on, I lied. We're going to do Agatha Harkness first. 1, 2, 3. We'll put these on the bottom. And then we'll dump these 3 for Gambit. Gambit's going to let us look at the top 3 cards here. I guess we're going to take this one. So he's a 1-1. And we'll thwart 1 off of there. We'll draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was not the way I was hoping it'd work out. Okay. Threat gets added to the main scheme. He schemes for 1. Place a pursuit counter pursued by the past. 2, 3. The next card, Intimidation. Choose to either spend 2 resources anytime or give him a face down boost card. We'll spend the 2 resources, and I'll spend these 2. And then we have Dark Designs, which I knew. Place a pursuit counter pursued by the past and has encounters on it. He schemes. He schemes for 1, 2. Give an additional boost card. He heals 2. Okay, so this still hasn't popped yet, so we've got some time. Great. Okay. Let's heal. Let's use Agatha. No, these go on the bottom. We're going to flip. Let's use a Spiritual Meditation. We'll dump that, I guess. We'll do this for 2. I need to kill one of these guys. I don't really have the means to do it. I guess I'll dump this for 2. Dump this for Magic Shield. And then I'm going to have Gambit hit him for 1. And I'm going to Ironheart hit him for another 1. And then we're going to ready up. I'm like really resource poor at the, like, or not resource poor, but like attack poor right now. Okay, that should yield us something interesting. We'll see what we can do with it. Okay. He attacks for 3. We're going to take the hit, so 3. Put this in play. Then we just dump this. He doesn't damage us. We had no threat to the scheme. 1, 2, 3 damage we take. We have an encounter card, so it's going to be Pumpkin Bombs. Lovely. Okay. So, we'll do Spiritual Meditation to draw 2. Discard a card from our hand. We'll discard Blindfold. We'll play Chaos Magic, so it says play a card from your hand ignoring its resource cost and discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the printed card's cost. So we're going to discard 4 cards. We're going to dump these for Professor X. That's going to confuse him. And we're going to Quinn for Superpower Training. We'll exhaust Professor X to remove this. We'll get our crest. We're going to have Gambit. Oh, he's like this, I think. Gambit attacks for 1. We take a damage. But he's gone. He attacks for 2 on this guy. He attacks that guy twice. I think I might want to flip down and heal. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. We're going to flip and we're going to heal. We can use Agatha. I'm going to keep the Hex Bolt and we'll put these on the bottom. And then we'll draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can use our ability with Quicksilver out and play. Okay. Threat gets added. He schemes but cannot. He schemes for 1. We have an encounter card. So the encounter card says, Overconfidence. Green Goblin schemes. If there's at least 3 threat placed on this activation, this card gains Surge. So he schemes for 1, 2, 3. So it does. This card gains Surge, but this pops. We have Mutagen Cloud. Advance to stage 2B. Starts with 4, goes up by X, where X is the number of Goblin enemies. And then if this completes, we lose the game. So it starts with 4 and will go up by 2. And then it does have Surge. So Death from Above. Green Goblin schemes for scheme equal to the stage number. So he's going to be scheming for 2, 3, 4. Holy cow. Okay. We have a lot to remove, and then Professor X is gone. Okay. So let's use Agatha. Look at the top 3 cards of the deck. We'll take Wiccan, put these back. I don't think I want those cards anyway. Although I guess I could have done done this first and then done Agatha, but it's fine. Okay, we've got to do a lot of removal here. So let's heal. So we've exhausted ourselves. We've got to deal with this guy. So I think the best way to deal with him is probably Nick Fury, although we can Hex Bolt some stuff. So let's dump this and this for Hex Bolt. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to give some status effects to people. So it says place a status on a character. So we've placed a Tough and a Stun. And then we get to do 2 damage to an enemy. He's been damaged. Oh, wrong piles. I got no... Oh, actually, you know what? Instead of doing that, let's do this to reduce this by 1 to make it a 1, and then we can remove 2 threat from the scheme. Now, do I Molecular Decay this guy? I think I do. I think I just exhaust this and dump these 2 for Molecular Decay, do 5, 6 damage. I take a damage, but this pings off from that. And then we add this to the scheme. I'm going to dump Magic... yeah, I'll dump Magic Shield. But hold on. Do I want to attack him twice? The scheme is kind of giving me a hard time. Let's attack one time. And we'll just leave it there. And then maybe I can remove some threat next turn. So there's 2 cards. Three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on. Okay. 2 threat gets added. He attacks but can't. Then we have an encounter card. So the first encounter card is going to be Hysteria. It attaches to him. And then we have Dark Designs. If it has any counters on it, he schemes. He schemes for 1. Give him an additional boost card. He schemes for 1, 2. If this is at least 1 boost icon, at least 1 Goblin minion play. So he schemes for 2. And then we're going to place Pursuit counter Pursued by the Past. I can make it 0, so he just schemes for 1. Oh, it's not, I don't have to exhaust this. It just does it. When a boost icon is counted, oh yeah, I do exhaust it, never mind. So that happens. But then this happens. This comes into play, she comes into play, and we will do all that. Okay. So I do feel like we have a kind of a bad time happening right now. We might have to bring in a side scheme just so we can draw some cards to remove some threat. So I think we'll do one way or another. We'll bring in that. When revealed, place an additional threat here for each Goblin minion in play. There's none. So only 2 threat gets added. We get to draw 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. We'll Spiritual Meditation for 2. We'll discard a card. I'm going to discard one way or another. We'll exhaust Quinn and this for Quasar. After Quasar enters play, remove 1 threat for each scheme in play. So boom, boom, boom. We are going to Hex Bolt with energy, or with Genius. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to do 4 damage. And it's going to remove 2 threat from a scheme. So we'll remove 2 threat from here. Oops. Oh, actually, hold on. It says increase the number of boost icons by 1. So hold on. Let's undo that for a second. Everything gets increased by 1. Increase the number for each encounter card. So this actually goes up to 2. This goes up to 1. This goes up to 1. So remove 4 threat from a scheme. And then 2 lets us draw a card. Okay. I'm fine with that. Can I get rid of some stuff off this dude? So I don't mind this. And I don't mind this. I need to get rid of 2 blues. So I'm going to dump the 2 blues to get rid of Hysteria. Because I don't want the additional boost icon. I'm going to dump... Do I dump these 2 to get rid of the Goblin Glider? No, I don't think so. We're going to have Quicksilver attack twice, and then have Scarlet Witch attack once, so she's gone. We're going to have Quasar attack... No, we're going to have Quasar thwart 1 from here. And then I'm going to dump Molecular Decay for Magic Shield, and then we're going to ready up. And I'm going to keep Molecular Decay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2 threat gets added. He goes to attack us for 3. We're going to take the hit, so 3. It'll do 4. We're going to use this to make it 0, and then we're going to dump this to take no damage. And then because we took no damage, no threat gets added. Oh, but this increases it. Shoot. So it's still 1. So I'm not going to use that. And it's going to be 2 boost icons, so it's going to be 3 damage. He does 3, 4, 5. We dump that to take the 2. Threat gets added to the main scheme. And then we're going to take 2 indirect. So Quasar takes a hit, I take a hit. Then we're going to have an encounter card, and it's going to be a Goblin Soldier. Okay, that's fine. So We'll dump that for Ironheart to draw a card. We'll do Spiritual Meditation to draw 2. We'll discard a card from our hand. I'm going to discard Warp Reality, I think. Let's dump Chaos Magic to clear the area. We'll draw a card. Got a lot of threat to remove here. Let's exhaust Quincarrier and Strength for Blindfold. After Blindfold enters play, look at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Discard 1 and put the rest back in any order. Can I? I don't have a... so this will be a boost card for him. If this is a boost card, he gets this as a boost, which gives him this. So it's going to give him 2 more for the activation. Oh, this gets discarded for the indirect damage. Oh, I have to take the... Yeah, I took that. Okay. But I can Molecular Decay him. But that will just kind of be overkill. So maybe we'll dump this and put everything else back. Because I think if I Molecular Decay, I can cycle through some of those other cards. Okay. Thwart. 2 off of here. I can't Molecular Decay anyway because I don't have the resources. So we'll dump Molecular Decay for that to remove the 2 threat from there. Or no. Yeah, that's fine. Two from here. 3 onto him. We'll keep Magic Shield and we'll draw up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's a Hex Bolt, which is what I was trying to use Blindfold for, but I needed the threat removal. So we had 3 threat now because there's 2 Goblin characters in play plus the additional. He attacks for 3. We're gonna have Ironheart take the hit, so 3, 4, give him an additional boost card. 5. We don't take any damage, so Ironheart, no threat gets added. Ironheart's defeated. He attacks us for 1, which we take. Then we have an encounter card, so the encounter card's going to be Goblin Thrall. That's fine. Okay. So, I think the next thing we want to do is exhaust Quincarrier and discard one way or another for Hex Bolt. So 1, 2, 3. It's a card draw, 2 damage, and a threat removal. I think what I'm going to do is increase this to... or decrease this 0 to do the another 2 damage. So he takes 2, we take a damage, he takes 2, and then we get a card draw. Then we are going to dump these 4 for Nick Fury to draw 3. We'll dump Wiccan for Magic Shield. 4 threat gets removed. She attacks and defeats him. Then we're going to keep Molecular Decay and draw. So there's an encounter card. Okay. Board state has been officially under control. And we can probably spend a little bit of time healing if need be. If I can Hex Bolt next turn to confuse him, flip him, I think we might be in a good spot. Okay, let's draw up to 6. Okay. 2 threat gets added. He attacks for 3. Nick Fury blocks. So 3. Put Goblin Thrall in play. So he's defeated. Attacks us for 1. We take the hit. Encounter card. So the first encounter card will be Death from Above. The Green Goblin attacks you with for 4, basically. He does 4 to us. So we're going to give him an encounter card. So 4, because it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Put this in play. We're going to dump Magic Shield to prevent the damage, and then a threat gets added. And then we have Intimidation. Either spend 2 resources to give him a face-down boost card. I'm going to spend 2 resources. Okay. This is really not what I was hoping to happen, but we kind of just have to roll with the punches sometimes. Okay. We will do this for... and Hexbolt for Hexbolt. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it's 4 damage and a 2 threat removal. So it's 2 threat removal, 4 damage. That'll take him out. We're going to dump Molecular Decay for Clear the Area to draw a card. I guess with Spiritual Meditation. Spiritual Meditation. We're going to flip. We're going to heal. We're going to use Agatha Harkness to look at the top 3 cards. I'm going to keep Hexbolt, but put these on the bottom. And I think we're going to end our go. We're going to keep those 2 and draw up. Okay, 3 threat gets added. He schemes for 1, 2, 3. Then we have an encounter card. It's going to be Death from Above. He schemes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think we just lost the game. But this works anytime, right? As an interrupt, I don't have to be, like when a boost icon on an encounter card is counted, I can exhaust this to decrease it. It doesn't say hero interrupt, so I can decrease it, so it actually only goes up by 4. I don't think that matters. So, because it doesn't specifically say hero anything, it just says interrupt. So I think this still works. So we're going to do that. And if it's wrong, then so be it. Okay. Let's use Agatha. Look at the top 3 cards of our deck. Draw 1 and put the rest back on the bottom. I'm going to draw the Strength. We're going to heal again. Do I want to discard 2 cards to... I'm going to discard this. And this to draw 2. Okay, that's actually fine. We'll dump both of those for Quicksilver. We'll flip. We'll exhaust Quinn and Jessica Jones for Hexbolt. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to do 6 damage. We take a damage for defeating him. Oh, I goofed this up, though. He thwarts twice. And I'm going to keep both of those cards in my hand. Okay. 2 threat gets added. He's going to attack for 3. We're going to have Quicksilver block. So 3, 4, 5. Quicksilver's defeated. Encounter card. Okay. Goblin Soldier. Okay, I got to remove a ton of threat here. So the first thing we're going to do is exhaust this and discard Magic Shield for Hexbolt. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to give us 3 card draws. I'm going to use this to decrease one of them to remove 2, and then we'll get 2 card draws. Let's dump Wiccan, Ironheart, and Blindfold for Professor X. He's confused. Professor X thwarts for 3. Yeah. Actually, hold on. We'll dump Gambit instead and keep Wiccan. We're going to thwart 2 from here ourselves. We're going to flip. We're going to use Agatha Harkness. We're going to keep that and put these on the bottom. We're going to dump energy for Wiccan. And then Wiccan's going to thwart 1. And after he thwarts, discard a top card of the encounter deck. And for each boost icon, this way deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we deal 2 damage to him. And then that's going to end our go. We'll keep Molecular Decay. We'll draw up. That's an encounter card. I guess I could dump this because I knew I had the other one anyway. So I'm just going to dump that because I knew the other one was at the bottom. I just need the 1. There we go. I'm struggling, like hardcore struggling. Okay, 3 threat gets added. He schemes but can't. He schemes for 1, and we have an encounter card. So the first encounter card is going to be Goblin Glider. It gets, attached to the highest printed enemy without a Goblin Glider. So he gets that. And then we have Monster. When revealed, you're stunned. If you're already stunned, take 2 damage. Lovely. That's great. Okay. And then Professor X is gone. Okay, let's Agatha Harkness. Top 3. Put these 2 on the bottom. I think I want Blindfold. Especially if I don't have a Hex Bolt. And I was hoping to... that's fine. Let's Thwart. 1. We'll discard the top card here. It's going to be 2. So deal 2 damage to an enemy. I can increase this to an additional 1. So it's 3 damage. He's defeated. Then we will take a damage. I need a heal, but I also want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this stun on me so I can molecular decay the monster. So I think I just flip and exhaust to get rid of the stun, because I think it's more important to do the molecular decay. Let's dump this, and this for molecular decay. So it's going to do 5, 6 damage. And then we'll dump this for Magic Shield, and we'll end our go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 threat gets added. He attacks us for 3. We have Wiccan blocked, so 3. The villain heals 2. Wiccan's gone. We flip this. Okay, I've got to really speed things up here. And so if I can get him to a second stage and just molecular decay him 2 times, I think we're in a good spot. But we've gone through this encounter deck 2 times already, which I guess was a weirdly weird pairing because he cycles through it quickly as well with some of his cards. Encounter card, drawing near. Okay, so we're going to discard top card here. It's going to get 2 pursued counters pursued by the past. Okay. So let's see what we have. I want to Hex Bolt him. So first off, let's Chaos Magic to bring in Nick Fury. It's going to discard the top 4 cards here. Oh, nice. All minions. We get to draw 3. We'll do Spiritual Meditation for 2 card draws, and then we'll discard a card. We'll discard Quasar. We'll do it again for 2 card draws, and discard... Clear the area. We'll exhaust Quinn and this for Jessica Jones. We'll do this for Hex Bolt. So 1, 2, 3. So Hex Bolt's going to remove 4 threat, and let's draw a card. We're going to dump Clear the Area for Clear the Area. We'll draw a card. Oops. We'll dump both of these for Hex Bolt. So 1, 2, 3. We get 2 card draws and 2 damage on somebody, so he takes 2. And we get 2 card draws. This is funny. We are going to swing for 5. He goes into stage 2. So stage 2 comes in with 18 health. After Green Goblin attacks and damages you, place 1/3 of the main scheme. Deal each player 2 face down encounter cards. Becomes with 18. The question is, do I flip down and remove Drawing Near and just let Nick Fury go without a block? I think I do. I think I'll have to. So we're going to flip down. We're going to discard Quicksilver to get rid of Drawing Near. And then let's use Agatha to look at the top 3 cards here. We'll draw 1 and put the other 2 back on the bottom in any order. And then we're going to draw up. And I'm hoping we can just end the game next turn. And I have a Molecular Decay. Okay, cool. Okay. 3 threat gets added. He schemes for 2, 3. And we have an encounter card. So the first encounter card will be Goblin Soldier. The second encounter card will be Goblin Thrall. And the third encounter card will be Goblin Thrall. Okay, and this is gone. So I've got to clear the 2 Goblin Thralls before I can attack him. Alright. So first things first, let's use our ability to discard 2 cards to draw 2 cards. I'm going to discard this. No, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to discard... Oh, how do I want to do this? I'm going to discard this, and I'm going to discard this. And we're going to draw 2 cards. Gives us an encounter card. This is okay. I think we're good. Then we're going to do Agatha Harkness. So we look at the top 3. Keep 1. It's either Ironheart or Nick Fury. I think I'm going to keep Ironheart. So these will go on the bottom. The question is, do we want to heal or do we want to waste an activation? I think we'll heal just in case too. Although I do have a magic shield. So I don't have to waste an activation on healing. So let's flip. And we have Jessica Jones and potentially Ironheart to take blocks. Okay. We're going to dump Strength for Hex Bolt. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to do 4 damage and remove a 2 threat. So 2 threat gets removed, 4 damage. He's gone. That's great. We're going to dump Magic Shield and exhaust Quinn for Hex Bolt. So 1, 2, 3. That's 4 damage and a status. We're going to give ourselves the Tough. No, do we want to give him... No, we'll give him the... we'll give him a stun. There we go. And we've cleared both of the bad guys that we needed to. We're going to do one way or another. So we're going to search for a side scheme. Which I think the only one... Oh, we'll do Goblin Nation, so everybody gets +1 attack. But we'll draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We'll dump both of those for Hex Bolt again. So 1, 2, 3. It's 2 damage. It's a card draw and a card draw. I think I am going to exhaust this to make this a 1 to remove 2 threat from this scheme. And then do 4 damage, or get 2 card draws. We'll dump Molecular Cave for clear the area. That's 2. Ironheart for clear the area. That's a card draw. So we get Gambit. And then Jessica Jones attacks for 2. She attacks for 1. So that puts us down to 15. I'll keep Gambit and we'll draw up. 1, 2, 3. That's like just so many cards. 4, 5. Okay, there we go. 4 threat gets added, sorry. He attacks but can't. He attacks for 1, we take it. And then we have an encounter card. So the first encounter card will be Pumpkin Bombs. Second encounter card will be I See You. When revealed, Green Goblin attacks you. If you're in alter ego form, do not give him a boost icon. Or boost card. So he attacks us for 3. We're going to have Jessica Jones blocks. He attacks us for 3. This gets put in play with us. But we don't take any damage. And then we do take 2 damage from that. Okay, now we're back to where we were with the Goblin Thrall, but the scheme is much more manageable. So the question is going to be, do I want to Chaos Magic Gambit in? Actually, let's do this. Let's dump this in Quincarrier for Blindfold. So after Blindfold and display, look at the top 5 cards. We can discard 1. So none of these are going to be good for Gambit. That's going to be a boost card. That's going to be an encounter card. Did you choose to give him a boost card? I'm going to do Death from Above. Put these back. She thwarts 2. Yeah, we're not going to... Gambit's not going to have any good there. So we're going to dump this to do that for clear the area. For Quasar. We'll dump those 2 for Hex Bolt, so we know 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be remove 2 threat from schemes. Oh, that was stupid of me. Let's decrease this by 2 and make it, or decrease by 1 and make this 2 damage. That was really silly of me to do. And then we'll use 1 to defeat this. And then we're going to flip. And I'm going to end my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I really need to heal. Okay, there's the Molecular Decay, so I think we can maybe win next turn. So there's 2 threat. He schemes for 2. Put this in play. 3, 4. Encounter card. Regenerative Healing. He heals double. He heals double the villain stage, so he goes back up to 18 because he healed 4. Okay. So let's heal ourselves up to 6. Well, Agatha Harkness. I want to play the Molecular Decays, but I want Nick Fury. So we'll bring these down like this. I think we just got to see if we can just win the game right now. I think that's really our important part. We'll thwart 2 from here. I've got to clear this guy first. So we're going to flip. And I think this just might be how we're going to do this. So we're going to dump these 2 for Fury. We're going to draw 3 cards. That gives us this. Okay, can we win the game on this turn? We're going to do one way or another. We're going to search the encounter deck for a side scheme and put it into play. But then we're going to draw 3 cards. Okay. So we're going to dump this for Hex Bolt. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 2 damage, 2 threat from a scheme, and a card draw. We're going to dump this and this. No, hold on. How do I want to do this? We'll dump these 2 for Wiccan. Wiccan is going to thwart here. When he thwarts, so we have when defeated, but when defeated happens first, so discard top 2 cards here, and then it says put each Goblin minion into play. So there's none, and then we discard the top card here for boost icons, do 1 damage for each boost icon, so this is gone. Okay, so now he's got nothing holding him back here. We're going to have him attack for 2. Oh, this is stressful. We are going to spend these 3. No. Yeah, we're going to spend these 3 for Molecular Decay. It's going to do 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to increase it to 9, so it puts him at 7 health. Wait, 16 minus 9 is 7, yeah. Puts him at 7 health. No, hold on. I'm going to keep Magic Shield because I'm going to exhaust Quincarrier for the other 2. So it's going to be Warp Reality and Professor X. I'm going to keep Magic Shield. And then I'm going to dump the other Molecular Decay for... Oh, I already have Magic Shield out. Okay, it's fine. Okay, that's it. We'll keep these 2 cards in our hand and we'll draw up. Okay, we should be good next turn. I think we win next turn. So threat goes up by 4. He attacks for 3. Fury blocks it. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. Fury's defeated. We take no damage. We had another one of these here. As long as this dude doesn't scheme, I think I'm okay. We take the 1 hit from him. And then we have an encounter card. So the first encounter card is going to be Sinister Strike. It has counters on it, and then he's going to attack us. So he attacks us for 3. We have Wiccan block. So it's going to be 3. Place a pursue counter pursued by the past if it has any counters on it. Oh yeah. So he's defeated. It has 4 counters. So if there are at least 3 counters, remove each counter from here. If your Nemesis minion is in play, it activates against you. Otherwise, flip this card. So it flips. Then it says after you flip this, find your Nemesis minion and reveal it. Search your set aside area. It says after find your Nemesis thing and put it into play. Let me find her. Then it says shuffle. It says then search your set aside area for the Nemesis side scheme and reveal it. But it's not there. So okay. Then this happens. Goblin Nation. So everybody gets +1 on activation. That's fine. We're going to win the game this turn. Okay. Our go now. So, first things first, let's exhaust Quincarrier and Magic Shield and Quicksilver for Molecular Decay. It's going to do 5, 6. We'll increase this to 1 more, 7. And he's defeated. Oh, good lord, that was getting stressful. I'm sure the play wasn't that optimal, but it was getting really, really stressful. I don't think I had a lot of really good to deal with minions, and this is just such a minion-heavy scenario. But anyway, that's it. We managed to win. Barely hanging on, but we managed to win. So thank you guys so much for watching. That's going to be our little twofer there. And yeah, that'll be it. Thanks so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.